channel, Meromelgus ASMR. Today I'm going to be vaping. Very relaxing video for me as well. So, I now have 3 vapes. These two you are familiar with, and depending on when this video goes up, you'll be familiar with this one as well. So, this one is the oldest. That's what the wind sounds like in my room. It sounds like a kazoo and it's really annoying. Anyway, this is my oldest, and I got a new one today because it's broken. We can see this never focuses when I want it to. Come on, yeah, you can kind of just see through. Whatever, doesn't matter. This part's broken. And to get the coil out, you need to open this glass, plexiglass, and I wasn't able to. Last time when I wasn't able to, I smashed it with a pen, and that was after a few attempts because it would not break. And then I could replace the coil and get a new plexiglass. And now I couldn't open it. The coil needs to be replaced, and I'm not smashing it again, getting a new plexiglass for a vape that's already broken. So I got a new one. This one still works, just, you know, the coil at some point is not gonna be good enough to smoke anymore, so I already got a new one. This one is the second one I got. This one's a pod, and this is the third one that I got. So this video I'm just going to be vaping. I actually got a few requests for smoking cigarette videos, but in my room, if I smoke a cigarette, the fire alarm will probably go off. The fire alarms are very sensitive, so that's not a good idea. Also, I'm not allowed to smoke cigarettes in here. I don't know if I'm allowed to smoke vapes, but the reason why they don't allow cigarettes, they say, is because it sets off the fire alarm and because of the smell. This doesn't leave a lasting smell, and I don't think it would set off the fire alarm. It hasn't yet, and of course there's no fire danger with these, so I guess it's fine. Actually today they had a fire drill, so the fire alarm went off at about 2 PM and we all had to go outside, which to me didn't really make any sense to have a fire drill right now. Because the winter break is about to start, and for a lot of people it has already started. So in our house we usually have, I think, about 150 residents in our house, and there are now 10 residents in our house because the rest has already gone home for the winter break. So these tests aren't really to test if the alarm works, because our alarm goes off every week on Wednesdays to just test if it still works. So basically what they test with regards to students, what's most important is, do we all make it out within 2 minutes from the time that the alarm started. I hate that. Keeps me up at night as well. Like, this is not as loud as it gets. Anyway, so they, instead of testing it on was in the shower when the alarm went off, so yeah, it takes a bit longer to get out of the building. And what was more, the people kind of, leading us out of the building said, you're lucky because usually we do these at 6 a.m, which makes sense, and they probably should have done that today as well. This can't be good for my camera, but they should have done that today as well because it wasn't the winter break hadn't started for everyone yet. So when I got outside, there was a girl. It was raining. She was in the rain, squatted on the floor with her laptop on her knees, while another girl held an umbrella over her head because she was in the middle of an online timed exam. So this wasn't great timing for her. But I mean, she didn't seem that stressed about it. It was kind of funny, just as 10 standing outside, 10 students, when we're kind of used to all of us standing outside like 150 people. But the smoke will wash over you. Yeah, this coil is done. I'm gonna just smoke what's left of the liquid and then I'm gonna say goodbye. This is already like my 4th vape. I keep breaking them. Like, I don't even know how this here happened, but I'll show you now. You can see it kind of has a hole in here. Because you can just see through it. And it's because a part in here broke off. So I can't push it back in, I'll just go out again. So yeah, it's kind of done. I don't know how I keep breaking my vapes. That's why I never buy very expensive ones, because they're not gonna last long. This one probably will, because there's not much that can break. Not very good at it, and that's kind of the only trick I can do. That and the trigger. I saw this trick, I'm gonna try. Now, it's supposed to be like two donuts coming out of both sides. So this is my new one, and I'm really happy with it so far. As with my other vapes, I always have it on the middle wattage, and this one on the mouthpiece. Has a little cover that's magnetic. And when you're smoking, you pop this off, stick it to the other side, and done. My room smells good now. I have strawberry watermelon in this one. In this one I have a mix of whatever. Doesn't matter, the coral is fucked anyway. And in this one, mint. This one tastes kind of burny, maybe because it's there's smoke coming out of this now. I don't know if that's good. I get a lot with this that the outside of this pot is completely wet with the liquid and it gets in the thing. I know, I just try it every time I replace the pot. I don't know if it's a bad thing. because not only is the lighting here bad, because right now it's the middle of the night, but when it's sunny, which rarely happens here in Scotland, and the way my window's placed, it shines directly on my face, so I'm way overexposed. So I now just have a desk lamp pointed at my face. The lighting still sucks compared to the lighting in Netherlands. Also, you just heard the wind. That's what it sounds like in my room. The kazoo sound. And I don't know how to change that. It doesn't matter whether or not I have the window open or not. It doesn't matter whether or not I have the grid above my window open or not. The wind sounds like a kazoo, and it gets way louder than what you just heard. Like, it has woken me up before. So, and of course, flatmates. It doesn't matter what hour of the night. Right now, I only have 2 flatmates in my hall because most of them moved. But I heard them. They are both awake right now. It is 1 a.m. Doesn't matter what time of the day I try to record, there's always a chance of someone just slamming a door. I don't know what they when they walk through the hall, both of them have like their phones, they're watching something, or they have music on when they walk through the halls. And our walls are paper thin. Like, you hear that when I'm recording as if I am playing their music or their video that they're watching. So that's why I pre-recorded a lot. I wanted to make sure that I could at least have one video up a week until I was in the Netherlands again. But I just really missed recording videos, so yeah, there is a chance that I'll be interrupted by wind, by flatmates. If it's too bad, that I just have to delete the video because like it can't be saved. The lighting is bad, but it's just, you know, I want to keep making videos here. But you'll have at least one where the sound and lighting is okay. At least one of those videos a week. That was pre-recorded. And when you see a thumbnail that has this type of lighting, you know that it's not the greatest. Personally, I've really gotten into watching like ASMR vaping and smoking videos and ASMR like mukbang videos. I don't like the sound of eating at all, but I just like this kind of feeling, like just, you know, like conversation with someone. You know, I'm kind of alone in my room, especially now it's social distancing, and especially during the winter break. So it's like just putting on a mukbang video while I'm eating, like I'm eating with someone, when I'm vaping or just relaxing, or just someone else. So you kind of feel like, you know, you're doing it together. I know it might mean that I'm lonely. Which I guess is normal during the COVID period. And I'm actually going to be alone here during the winter break, because those 2 flatmates that are still here, one of them is Dutch like me and she is returning to the Netherlands. I'm not. And my neighbour, she is going to move to another house here in the student village. So the winter break lasts about 2 months, a little over 2 months. So I'm going to be alone, and I remember last year after the winter break I came back a week earlier than all my other flatmates, and the house was completely empty and completely silent, and it felt so weird. At times it felt like a horror movie, at times it felt like I was in a dream because it was just so strange. You know, that you walk down the hall, which is a long hallway to the kitchen and the bathrooms, and it's just completely silent. It's really weird. inside of this vape though is the charging point is right here, and for some reason when I'm charging it, it won't stand upright, so I need to put it down. And I think that's not really good for the coil. I'm not sure. A colleague of mine said she had her vape. She had her vape for about a year. She never. That's annoying. She never changed the coil. She never had to. And she said, "Well, I just keep it up straight, and that helps." And this coil has been in here probably also for about a year because I can keep it upright, and with this I can't. But I mean, coils aren't that expensive, so I don't really mind. This one's easy to get out. Supposedly, I haven't tried, just got it, and it already had a coil in it. So, but supposedly you just only take the top off, the same as when you fill it, and you have the little thing where when you fill it, you don't put it in there. That's kind of what you pull out here, and that's how easy it's supposed to be. So. The problem with both of these vapes though is that you need to have no liquid in it when you change the coil with both of these. With my last vape, that wasn't the case. You could take the coil out and still have liquid in it. With these you can't, and you can't like smoke it all because that's going to destroy your coil because it's going to go beneath the cotton. So every time I'm wasting some ink, some liquid. But I don't know if you can see with this coil, it has 3 little cotton thingies, and you can see as I'm vaping, I haven't vaped that much, and already one of the cotton thingies is above the liquid. So I don't know how good that is for the coil. I'm gonna actually put some more in right now. Yeah, I can hear my neighbor right now. She's just on her desk, just scratching something. I can hear that. That's how thin our walls are. So yeah, she were talking to her friends right now, which she often does in the middle of the night, which I don't mind. I have earplugs, but I would not be able to record a video because it'd be like someone's talking right next to me. That's why I pre-record in Netherlands. So by June you'll see a video that was recorded a year ago. If by that time you're there with me, which I hope you will be. Because I really enjoy making these videos. I love the sound it makes when I screw it or unscrew it. I think I just... Yeah, that's some liquid. That's fine. And on the one hand, this starts tasting really bad. Like, it starts tasting worse with every drag I take. The coil really needs to be changed. On the other hand, I don't want to waste this liquid. And still, for some reason, I still like it. That's not good. I still like this vape best of all, but I'm not getting this again because I've had so much trouble with it, with replacing the coil. So I'm not getting it again. I love it, but if I have to break this glass with force because it's freaking impossible, that's just not worth it to me. Like this plexiglass, I tried with multiple tools when I did it last time. I just could not break it. I got a, I think it's a ceramic pot, like a pan saucepan, which I had to mash this with for a few minutes straight, and actually chipped the bottom of the pan, and then I was able to break it. So I just don't want to do that every time I need to replace a coil. It's also probably the first kind of major damage that my vape went through. Yeah, it's not good. So yeah, Vaptio, if you are able to unscrew this, I highly recommend it. If not, don't buy it. And I tried just with, that's just this thing that I'm screwing right now, but I tried just with force to unscrew it, but I don't know if you can see, but I also tried with like a screwdriver to, yeah, you see this line where I kind of shut out, to get between the line and kind of pop it, because it's vacuumed close, which makes it really hard to get it out. I don't know how people do it. Good, because when I put the new glass in after I had to mesh the last one, I was really careful to not tie it on too tight. But yeah, over time it just becomes more tight. Stop it. That's what I mean. It's 1 AM. If I was sleeping right now, trying to sleep, this would be so annoying. It's annoying now because I'm trying to record, but I've already kind of made my peace with it. I want to record while I'm in Aberdeen as well, and this is just something I have to deal with. Also, I'm drinking Earn Brew right now. I recently discovered this. It is a Scottish drink, and it tastes kind of like bubble gum, but it's not too sweet and not too chemical. Because with a lot of, especially energy drinks, like Red Bull, it tastes not even too sweet, but too chemical for me. But I love it. One last try. If this destroys my throat, it's out. And the taste of this liquid, I can't even discern it because it just tastes burnt. It's a shame because I really like the feel of it. You know how different vapes have a different feel in your throat, and when you're smoking them like this, it's really, really light, which sometimes is nice, but I wouldn't want just the one with the pod in it. That isn't enough. I want something like stronger, not in taste or in nicotine, like milligrams, but just the feel of it in my throat. Let it wash over you. I'm gonna try again with the circles. Also, thanks. My friends think it's really weird. Whenever I smoke, I blow into this little thing, a little grid, and then smoke comes out of here. I don't know why I do it. It's just I don't have a reason for it. It's just become a habit. My camera does not like this. Yeah, I think I'm done with that one. I'll waste that bit of liquid that's still in it, it's fine. This has the least amount of smoke, which, given how was triggered, and they said, oh, someone's just spraying deodorant and that's what set it off. I still think someone's just smoking in their room. I mean, if you're smoking in your room and then the fire alarm goes off, the first thing you do is spray deodorant everywhere, because we're not allowed to smoke cigarettes in our rooms. So I'm pretty sure it was not the deodorant that set off the fire alarm, but just the fact that all the, like, I don't even know what you call them, PFA'er in Dutch, all the people who are responsible for getting, you out of the burning building, they all believed it was the deodorant. So just the fact that they would believe it was deodorant might mean that could set it off, and that's more like vapor than smoke. I don't know. Wind, can you shut up? Thanks. My flatmates and me too, we have no sleeping schedule, because it doesn't matter when I'm awake. I know oftentimes I don't sleep at all for like 24 hours, or sometimes I fall asleep at 6 a.m. I wake up at 2 p.m. No matter what time I'm awake, they're awake. I don't get it, though they must have the same feeling for me. Foot flying, probably because of all of this scent. I'm so sorry for the kazoo sounds. I've tried everything. I don't know how to fix that. I didn't have it last year. I think it's also the placement of my window. And I know I have been busy myself because my winter break started last week. I got my books for English for next semester. I finished one and I'm halfway through 2 others. I like to read 2 books at once. And just I started doing that thing where you cut out snowflakes out of paper. You fold the paper and you cut some patterns and then you unfold it and it's a snowflake. I used to do that in primary school and I started doing it again to decorate my room. I can probably show you. So this is what they look like. I have my little Christmas tree over there. And I put them on my windows as well. Just you can see. I'm really bad at holding this. So they're all over. Hi. All over here. I really liked it. I actually took a picture of it from downstairs and it looks so cute. Wait, I might have it. Wait, I just want to show you. Wind. This is my phone right now. It really gets me into the festive season. It's so cute. I have an Android. It's one of those themes that you can choose. And this got my background now. You see messages is this, and this is apps. It's a snowman. Super cute. Let's see if I can find that picture that I took. Yeah, here it is. Kind of enlarge it. So you'll immediately recognize my window from downstairs. I was really scared because I put so many up there that from downstairs it just looked like a white blur, which it kind of does, but from downstairs you can still see even on 24th, 25th and 26th of December, they have events for students. Of course, most of them are online because of COVID, but it's still fun. I had one today, which was festive tales from around the world, and there was the moderator, one of the student resident assistants, and me, and that was it. And we just told each other like stories. She was from Greece, I'm from the Netherlands, so I told her about Sinterklaas. She told me about goblins that come into your house and mess with you, and you can put a calendar in front of your door, and you know, all types of things, like Greek traditions. People who make like golden boats, walk through the streets with them. And she knew some festive tales and traditions from other countries as well. So it was still interesting, but kind of disappointing that I was the only student there. And well, that was actually yesterday, because it's 1:30 right now a.m. Today I'll have festive graphics also online, but the SRAs will drop off some Christmas cards that I can like decorate myself, and we're all gonna do that together online. And then tomorrow we're gonna watch a movie, and from what I heard, you just have to watch it yourself on Netflix, but everyone will be watching it at the same time, and they'll bring some popcorn and brew for me. It's not as fun as, you know, being in the main building like you normally would be and watching it all together, but it's better than nothing, you know. And yes, I could just watch a festive movie on my own and get some snacks of my own, and it would be the same thing, but I probably wouldn't. And now, excuse me, and now we're all gonna like, you know, do it together, so I have to start it at the same time. Otherwise I wouldn't have, so it's just something to put me in the festive spirit. And I'm gonna have a Christmas lunch, which basically I think just means that I'll go down to the main building, pick up my lunch and go into my room, because we're not supposed to all be together. So that's just kind of just a free lunch, which is nice. And they call it Secret Santa. I thought I would be given a name of a student and what they'd want, and buy them a present, leave it in the main building, someone do the same for me. But instead it's just regular Santa. So online I'll choose a present out of a range of things, and someone dressed as Santa will bring it to my room, which is fun, you know. Like now with COVID, they can't do what they normally would, but you know, they're doing the best they can with the restrictions in place, and I think they do still have a lot of fun things planned. I'm gonna try to do as many of them as possible, just to get myself in that festive spirit. I'll show you a bit. My room is a mess, but I'll see if I can show you a bit. Like, I have kind of a festive thing there and a garland, and on my board those are like chocolate balls, chocolate Christmas balls, because the lights of the thumbtacks will keep them, and they're not so big, they'll kind of just distort. I'll show you what I mean. And here I have my glue eye, positive vibes, a Hogwarts, one of those things that you can warm, a Christmas ball. And these will actually show you. So this one lights up, and this one lights up. So that's really fun. And what I meant by distort is I tried to hang this one up so that this is the board, and then you have the enough to warrant it. But I'm still pretty happy with the decorations I have and the little Christmas tree. So, well, I wouldn't call it that, but that is a real plant, which is nice. Like, it smells like pine. The garland on my door is fake, but it's still nice. It's still kind of festive, you know. And right now, I think this is going up after Christmas. I'm not sure. I'll have to see, because I have all those videos planned that I pre-recorded, so I kind of have to make sure that I don't upload 2 a day and then have only 1 a week. So I don't know all the dates off the top of my head, so I have to see if I upload this before or after Christmas. But right now it's the 17th of December, which is why I'm still trying to get into the Christmas spirit. I am a bit disappointed that I can't go to church. I mean, I could. They can have 50 people, but I feel like with Christmas it's gonna just be, you know, those places are probably already gone. But even so, I feel like a lot of people would probably want it way more than I would. And I've been in this church, and it's mostly old people. I can just go online and, you know, just do an online service, whilst a lot of those people probably, you know, or maybe, I mean, I don't want to judge. I know my grandparents, one of them understands computers, and that's it. So I feel like I'm more able to just go online and watch a Christmas service. But it is kind of disappointing because it always gets me in the mood, and it also, you know, as a Christian, for me, Christmas has 2 parts. You know, the birth of Jesus, which actually I think was in June. I think we know the date. We don't know the exact date, but we know the month, and it was in June. And it was either in spring or summer that Jesus was actually born. But still, you know, we celebrate it now, and I celebrate it now. So it's the religious aspect of Christmas and just the festive, like, you know, Santa and Christmas trees and stuff. And the religious part of me, of what Christmas is for me, I kind of don't have. Like, at home I also have this kind of tiny nativity scene that I have, but yeah, I don't have that at all, so I don't have religious decoration either. So that's kind of sad. Of course, I can watch services online, and you know, when I listen to Christmas songs, I can listen to songs about Santa and songs about Jesus, and it can make it, you know, which I do, make it more about the religious part of Christmas as well. But it's not the same if you can go to church. But hopefully it'll be better next year. Because they already started vaccinating here in England, so, or the UK. I'm Scottish, I can't say England. I also get annoyed when people call the Netherlands Holland. It's the same as with the UK, you know, the UK has 4 like provinces, you know, Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland and England. So when you call the whole country England, that's actually just one part of it. The same with the Netherlands, we have 12 provinces and only 2 of them are Holland. And I live basically as far away from Holland as you can get. So to me, you know, I would never say I'm from Holland. I'm not. Just this, you know, I'm not in England right now, but this video is getting long as F, so I'm gonna stop it here. I hope you